good morning, good noon, good evening, wherever time and place you're listening to us from. Straight from the 909, it's Mark.
It's the demo.
Ali.
What up?
Myself, Isaiah, and together,
That's hip hop.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. It really does mean a lot. Today we have the pleasure of talking about one of the most hailed, influential, and technically gifted MCs in hip-hop history. We've spoken about this before, about that tribunal hip-hop legend patriarchs with Rakim, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane. There's actually another grouping that they have. I forget the term. If it's the fourth, it's with the fourth person though.
Yeah,
and that fourth person is with the legendary Kool G Rap in that conversation. His lyrical style is characterized by intricate multi-syllable rhymes, rapid-fire delivery, vivid street narratives that set a new standard for lyrical complexity in rap, a pioneer of what some would deem mafioso rap. He painted gritty, cinematic tales of crime, power, and survival of New York's underworld, influencing later artists such as Nas, Jay-Z, the Notorious B.I.G. His ability to weave elaborate rhyme schemes with maintaining a raw, authentic street presence cemented his reputation as a lyricist. As a founding member of the Juice Crew, Kool G Rap helped shape the golden era of hip-hop, collaborating with legendary producer DJ Polo to craft classics like Road to Riches and Wanted, Dead or Alive. His legacy extends beyond his own catalog, as his technical prowess and storytelling approach laid the groundwork for a generation of MCs in both hardcore and gangsta rap subgenres. Despite never achieving mainstream superstardom, his influence is undeniable. With the DNA present in the flows of countless rappers who have followed him since, Kool G Rap remains a respected figure in hip-hop as an undisputed legend among those who value lyrical mastery. I mean, to be a part of a group so legendary as the Juice Crew, man, that's just crazy legendary. I mean, with Big Daddy Kane,
MC Shan,
Master Ace,
Biz Marquis,
Roxanne Shante,
Marley Marl.
Yeah, legendary all-star crew right there. We're talking about their debut album, Road to Riches, released in 1989 on the prominent hip-hop label Code Chillin' Records. I kind of like the name of that. Produced by Marley Marl. This was a Kool G Rap and DJ Polo project. They formed up together to be a duo. The album is notable for being one of the blueprints of gangsta rap, mafioso trend type tracks. And he wasn't really even trying or aiming for that. It's just, this is what's around me. So that's dope.
Product of his environment.
Yeah. And, he was heavy in rotation on Yo MTV Raps back in the day. And they later featured him on old school hip hop radio station Playback FM from the game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which was legendary. Anytime your music seeps through like culture like that, it's out of here. Like,
right.
In a legendary game such as San Andreas.
Yeah. With the soundtrack being so legendary that even starting in Vice City, they pressed out the music in CD form. So you'd have the CD form of whatever radio station, that including San Andreas too.
Right. To be
immortalized.
To be on that.
The residuals.
Most of the songs, however, are not crime related. Other popular songs included It's a Demo. One of the singles, Poison, in 1998, Road to Riches, was selected as the Source's 100 best albums. That's a high honor. The album peaked at number 29 on the U.S. top R&B and hip-hop albums chart. Singles on this were Poison, Road to Riches, Truly Yours, and the length was 47 minutes and 49 seconds. Overall, this laid the groundwork, the blueprint, to other artists that we see later on do this in such a high, in such an elite way, like, top tier lyricism we're talking about. And this is early on before we even seen anybody talk about these subjects or talk about what was going on. It was like he took what Marley Marl did in The Message and like elevated it.
Yes.
And elevated it to another level.
More detail, lyrically more complex, all of it.
Yeah. Like doing things like rhyming words like back to back, like polo, solo, dolo, lolo, like, whoa, like that's new tech at that time.
Absolutely.
You know, that's like new shit that you just...
And the streets are already being mentioned at that point. Even the example that you bring with Marley Marl's The Message,
right.
all about the street, literally talking about broken glass being like one of the first lyrics, talking about the streets. Exactly. It's hard to bring together the lyrical side and bring it alongside with gangster rap. It's hard to be successful at that. And the few people that have been successful at it are in the stratosphere. Kool G Rap, Nas, and the like, you know, AZ, Big L,
Jay-Z,
all
of them.
It's hard to marry that. And I know that this was your turn to pick this album, Isaiah, and I know the host can't do it himself, so I want to ask you, what made you want to pick Kool G Rap and DJ Polo's Road to the Riches?
It's pretty simple. It was really a no-brainer. I feel like we should have probably talked about Kool G Rap episode 5, 6 way earlier. Yeah. But for us, I think we had a unique approach or a unique take on it because when we came into the game, you know, we were in like early 2000s. That was our starting point.
Right.
So we kind of started such ways. Like we started kind of in that entry point for the audience, starting with Slim Shady's LP. You know, that's not a typical starting point for a hip hop head.
Right.
But I think it's cool the way we did it now because it allows us to kind of come back after listening to other artists. And then you hear from every artist's mouth pretty much, oh, who is your influence? Kool G Rap. Literally. Like if you go to our interviews with Wordsworth, his top influence is Kool G Rap. Okay? Start with that. Then you go to a polar opposite MC, Necro. His influence, Kool G Rap.
Crazy.
So much so that he ended up doing an album with him. And then, freestyling with him on Sway's on Sway in the Morning.
And that's a dope collab. Then you go to another artist, Just Allah from Jedi Mind Tricks. Favorite artist or one of his top favorites, Kool G Rap. There's a common thread here that like I just couldn't help ignore as far as like this guy's influence is real, and it's from you know heavyweights all the way down to underground artists. It's mad influential. Yeah. Necro talks a little bit about this, you know, how is somebody like Rick Ross bigger than Kool G Rap? I mean, man, that hit hard because I'm like, oh, I don't know. Because Kool G Rap is
things that make you go,
legendary. Not to take anything away from Rick Ross, he's his own thing. It's dope, you know.
But
yeah.
But for Kool G Rap to not even really be on that level from a mainstream perspective,
successful,
it does leave you, you know, scratching your head.
Yes.
When the skill set's in volumes more prominent than that of Rick Ross, which is just factual. You could lyric to lyric, you're not going to deny that.
No.
Yeah.
That's the big elephant
Ross
in the room. Yeah, it's a big elephant.
Unlike
in the room.
Ross will tell you, Kool G Rap was one of them dudes.
I like the fact that you did find the common thread within those interviews because Wordsworth style, super lyrical, just a law, intense lyricism
these are lyrical
from a dark place.
Yeah,
and then Necro is out of the coroner, dark lyrical place, like mafioso plus. After, like I've always talked about, Necro is wrapped after the sheets pulled off and he's in the body's in the coroner's office.
In the coroner's office. Yeah. Dude,
so
I thought it was so interesting because you have three totally different styles, all three lyrical MCs, and then like what connects them all, Kool G Rap.
Awesome.
You know, and I thought like, dang, we got to cover him. It was just a matter of time, you know, waiting the turn and which album should we cover. And I thought it might be best to start at the debut album, just to start, because as we later on will know and listen to, like his albums just elevate higher and higher, and it starts to paint like a movie. It's very descriptive. Yeah, like as far as comparisons, because I always talk about comparisons, and we'll lead into style right now. As far as comparisons of like, you know, of anybody that I've known or anything, I would say a movie director like a Quentin Tarantino, and the fact that, you know, there's a lot of blood, gore stuff, you know, but then at the same time, it's very complex. You know, there's a lot of dialogue going on. That's
there's still a
very
message to be
deep.
should be shown.
Yeah. And I think in that way, he reminds me of that. Going to athletes, he reminds me of like a Mayweather, you know, just in the fact that he like can weave through things and like it's just hard. It's the precision in his lyrics reminds me of the precision of a Mayweather. Yeah. What do you guys think when you guys hear somebody like Kool G Rap? What are your thoughts, like just off the top?
Lyricism has this beautiful attribute to it that it could be so universally placed. Kool G Rap's this album in particular, Road to the Riches, you could have a debut at any era,
right? And
it would be just amazing to hear. It'd be refreshing to hear.
Yeah.
Not a lot of albums do that. And I think this is why, you know, lyricism as its whole, especially this album in particular, has lasted through the test of time because, dude, the lyricism is still
that paired up
always ahead of the game.
Paired up with the legendary producer Marley Marl. And it sucks because Marley Marl came out at a time when the producer wasn't heavily praised as they are now. You know, like if Marley Marl were to be doing what he was doing like later in the 2000s or something, this dude would be out of here.
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s is when the producer started to really get a name in hip hop where you were buying albums and then you were looking on the back to see who produced the tracks.
Right.
And yeah, if Marley Marl would have been, you know, in the game, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, like legitimately competing with, you know, Pharrell and Timbaland and Dr. Dre and, you know, Premier and all these other guys, he would have fit right in.
Instead, it's like, if you know, you know.
Right.
That's how it feels.
Right.
Yeah, so legendary. What do you think, Ali, hearing Kool G Rap? Were you a big fan of his?
Well, yeah. First time I ever heard of him, I forget what year it was, but the song "Fast Life" with Nas.
Oh, okay, that was a dope. That's a legendary collab right there.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever heard of him in life. I'm like, okay, this is hard. So, you know, Nas was, you know, the guy at the time, and I'm like, okay. So that was my very first introduction to Kool G Rap. And then as far as me trying to get deeper into his music, I started to pay attention more when we recently covered this album, the documentary by Game, but one of the hardest lines for me on that entire album, he said, got Compton on my back, I'm starting to feel the pressure, I'm lyrically Kool G Rap on these Dre records.
Yeah.
Like to compare yourself to Kool G Rap, I'm like, okay, well, that's high praise obviously for yourself. He patted himself on the back, but to, you know, that's a heavy name to just throw. You can't just throw that out there.
Even
so, you know, for him to obviously deliver on that album, but for him to compare himself to him, I said, okay, let me do my homework.
You know, I'll say this about the Game: he definitely has the confidence because he even tried to say he was the Black Eminem.
Yeah,
you know? So he definitely has the confidence.
You know what I mean? And Kool G Rap, I mean, to compare himself to him, and so, you know, to dive into really what he was about. Like I say, it's like street glamour life. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like inspirational while still gutter at the same time.
Yeah. Even, you know? Jay-Z's on the Black Album. I'm like G Rap in his prime.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what the hell you waiting for that joint?
Yep. G Rap in his prime. Yep. So like every great MC recognizes him. Like he just you have to, like, if you aspire to be one of the greats, Kool G Rap is a name you have to study.
Yeah, there's just something about it. I mean, because, like, you know, if we take it back to like the movie, you know, side of things artistically, you know, there's a draw, there's a certain like romance that, you know, draws us into that lifestyle of being that, you know, gangster, being that, you know, like a mafia person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a lavish lifestyle that you mentioned, but then it's also mixed with like street stuff, like things that really go on. You know, like his style, I would say, like, you could even relate it to Michael Corleone, even just in the fact that he was like 10 steps ahead of you. You know, he what else? That he's calculated, ruthless. Like that's like the approach that he takes to it, but then he like paints that picture too.
Yeah, this is the album that it feels comfortable for you to dip your toes into as a listener into the gangsta life.
Yeah, yeah.
The benefit of that is you get to take your toes back out and not be a part of that.
Right.
Yeah.
The reason why that these gentlemen like Kool G Rap, Nas, and Big L are really well versed in the mafioso rap style is because they've had their hand in a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Big Pun too, another guy.
You know,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we have the privilege to look in and have the safety net of being able to look out and not be a part of it, not have the mud of their situations and their incidents that gave them this style, not be a part of us. We just get to look in and look out
without the trauma.
Yeah. It's dope too that you mentioned that point about, you know, the lyrical to the gangsta rap, because in the West Coast we have plenty of gangsta rap. It's not necessarily lyrical technically
On the as far as complexity wise, not as much.
It doesn't, but it does have the realism there and all that.
For sure.
But it just lacks that technicality to it that Kool G Rap offers to it. And it's like from that, the East Coast gets a bite of that and they're like, oh, we're out of here. Wu-Tang, everybody like, let's take off with this. You know, Ghostface and Raekwon, another duo that I'm sure heavily influenced by Kool G Rap. You know,
Biggie.
Yeah, dude, it's out of here at that point. You know, even Griselda, I would say.
Probably, for sure. I mean, right? I mean, Conway the Machine, honestly, is the closest thing as far as sonically. Kind of sounds like him when he raps a little bit, just on the inflections. You know, with his Bell palsy, like he kind of has that kind of gruff, kind of almost lispy type, you know, there was delivery.
Another guy that had a lisp. I mean, Slick Rick kind of had the lisping going, but they like turned it around where it sounded dope. They used it. They like leaned more into it, I think, which is dope. You know, some artists might try to hide a certain like, you know, vocal thing to them, but it's like they just like went into it more and it works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Eric Sermon, I mean, was another one. You know, Eric Sermon also had that.
And you can't unhear anytime that you hear a Method Man track and he's,
oh yeah, snotty nose.
There's times where you can't you won't be able to unhear it after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a little roll the Polo. You can hear the at the end, a little S at the end.
Yeah, and it adds to it. Man, such a dope artist. Going into Road to Riches, looking at the album cover. You know, we have, for those who are listening, we have Kool G Rap and DJ Polo. They're both like they're both looking in one direction. It's kind of like DJ Polo is Kool G Rap's shadow. He's like right behind him, looking in the same direction. And then right to the left, you have Kool G Rap and DJ Polo written in yellow, kind of like a Godfather type font. And then you have like the strip going down on the other side. I don't know what to make of it. Looks like money, like gold coins.
Like coins, yeah.
And then you have Road to Riches, kind of like in this rainbow font.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of like a rainbow. And then on the other side of the rainbow is the coins. Background is just the sky and just, you know, looking in the distance.
And
kind of like a sunset.
Facing the east, it would be the sun rising. So a new beginning.
Yeah.
Them facing the east is really important because you see it looks like the start of a new day.
Yeah,
because you see the clouds, how they're set, the sky, how it's set up, and I mean you could easily mistake this for a movie poster. I say especially the face part of it, not like anything on the sides.
Yeah.
The font as well. That font is I've seen it used a lot for theatrical posters.
It could easily be a poster for the lottery ticket movie that little Bow Wow's in.
A little lottery ticket movie.
That movie was dope. Show a piece of that movie. That movie's legit tight.
It's a dope movie.
Brandon T. Jackson's, he really tried for that Oscar and BET award for that matter. Totally cinematic though. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Totally cinematic with that kind of, because they have that aspiring look to them, like they're going to get something started.
Yeah, like they're determined. Yeah.
On the road to riches.
Yeah. And then I do think, as far as tying to everything, you know, he talks about a lot of those themes in this project. So it just seems, it just reminds me a little bit of Eric Sermon and EPMD, a little bit like how they're focused on the business aspect.
Every album had business in it.
Yeah, so that I liked a lot. Like he was focused on that, but then it like had this like rawness to it though. It's like, yeah, that's where I'm planning to go, but this is where it's at right now. Like it was just sick, man. Mm-hmm. And you can't deny that. Like, plus you have the raw, plus you have the lyricism going on, which was like crazy, because he would say things that were just like, it would just make you like stop the tape pretty much. Like,
right.
Yeah, it was like that.
And even like on the, I mean, it's not, the album cover, but on the single cover to Road to Riches, they're literally like standing on the yellow brick road.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So there's plays to Wizard of Oz here because, unlike the yellow brick road, it's not given to you, this road to riches that he's talking about. You can't, right. There's no fantasy land where you could just walk on this yellow brick road and you're gonna reach your destination. It's more like, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make this road. So that's another dope point to this whole album. So we're gonna go on to our 3 tracks. We choose 3 tracks that we want to dive into out of the album. We dissect the lyrics and talk about the meaning, talk about, the style, what's going on, what's happening. We chose 3 tracks out of here. Road to Riches had to be one of them. The title track kicks us off very perfectly. The second one we're going with is going to be Men at Work. And then the third one is going to be the single Poison. And then did we have honorable mentions on this one?
It's a demo.
It's a demo. That's right. Yeah. Because we were really close with going with It's a Demo. That was such an important track for them. I know that was like kind of what led them into getting signed with Marley Marl. Oh no, that was the first track they did with Marley Marl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Marley Marl helped produce that. It's a demo for them. And then after that kind of led into them going, then led in DJ Polo and Kool G Rap going into the Juice Crew.
Yeah, It's a Demo actually had the sample from I Know You Got Soul, the don't, the little strum that you hear from I Know You Got Soul. Don't. Do you? I heard this, but we need to fact check this. But do you guys know if Kool G Rap did a diss at all to Run DMC? Did you guys hear about that at all?
I have not.
Okay. No. Okay. I thought I read it, but we need to fact check that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the first track, which is going to be Road to Riches. You could feel free if you want to start that, either Ali or Mark.
I'll start. When I was 5 years old, I realized there was a road. At the end, I would win lots of pots of gold. Never took a break, never made a mistake. Took time to create because there's money to make. To be a billionaire takes hard work for years. Some nights I shed a tear while I say my prayers. Been through hard times, even worked part-time in a key food store, sweeping floors with dimes. I was sort of a porter, taking the next man's orders, breaking my back with a shack for headquarters. All my manpower for 4 bricks an hour. Took my time and wrote rhymes in the shower.
Stop right there, please. Already, I like the fact that like he's talking about and showing in the music. There's a music video to this actually. Just kind of showing how like the system's already kind of fixed against you. Yet like he's already determined, much like Rakim, like I'm gonna go out here and get this cream. Yeah. I'm gonna make it happen. I love stories like that. But also, too, that little last line that you said, Ali, man, there's so many times where as you're writing as a lyricist, like there's times where you're just thinking of rhymes, even to the point where you're in the shower or something, you're thinking of rhymes to hit you.
Oh, yeah.
It hits you. It's like, damn. So, like, when he drops that line, I'm like, damn.
Like,
not the only one.
MCs come up with all kind of ways to write rhymes. I mean, quick kind of sidebar, but I just saw this thing where Jadakiss was talking about how Styles would literally write rhymes in his sleep. Like they'll play a beat. And
that's crazy.
They'll take like a 30-minute, 45-minute power nap.
Yeah.
Wake up and have a verse.
And see, I like stuff like anytime a rapper mentions about like just their process. I like when Nas talked about writing outside the margins and stuff. I was just like, dude.
So yeah, take time to write rhymes in the shower. Like that lets you know like that's determination.
Yeah.
We have the sample as well. The piano tune that you hear in Road to the Riches is also used in Fushnikins' song True Fushnik.
Ooh, peace to the Fushnikins, man. Yeah. Peace to them.
Definitely.
Legendary group.
Shoes are scuffed because the road gets rough, but I'm a rocket because my pockets ain't stuffed enough. All the freaks wouldn't speak because my checks were weak. They would turn the other cheek, so I started to seek. See, I like how he's lining up the story. Like, he's not he gives you the kind of the negative side, but rather than complain, he's going forward.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, the girls don't talk to me because I'm broke, but okay, I'm gonna go get it.
The songs that stay stuck to are kind of a downer. Yeah. They're never like uplifting.
Right,
you know,
right.
Like how this song is going to end up feeling.
Yeah.
They would turn the other cheek, so I started to seek a way to get a play, and maybe one day I'll be performing up a storm for a decent pay. No matter how it seemed, always kept the dream. All the girlies screamed, the suckers get creamed. Dreamed about it for 5 years straight. Finally, I got a break to cut my first plate. The road ain't yellow and ain't no witches. My name is Kool G Rap. I'm on the road to riches.
Little nod to the Wizard of Oz. Nice.
And a lot of internal rhymes going on, and it's also about the delivery too. The way that Kool G Rap delivers these verses, sometimes it's like, damn, I have to rewind it. Like, what did I just hear him say again? Yeah. So that's another element to this. The delivery.
Yeah, his AABA rhyme setup is like second to none.
Sometimes he'll switch it to 3. Sometimes it'll be 4. Yeah, so that's kind of dope. Verse 2, I used to stand on the block selling cooked up rock, money busting out my sock because I would really clock. Clock being a term for, hustling, whatever it was, right? They were for kind of fiends, bringing jackets and jeans, magazines, anything, just to hustle the beans. I love that, man. Look at that, because one technique that I'm pulling out of here, what he's doing, he's rhyming these sounds, almost like vowel sounds. So it's like if he hears jeans, eens, like that vowel sound.
He jams them all together.
Yeah, he puts it all in there. So it's dope. The cash was coming fast. Money grew like grass. People hungry for a blast, then they don't even last. Didn't want to be involved, but the money will get you. Getting richer and richer. The police took my picture, but I still supplied. Some people I knew died. Murders and homicides for bottles of suicide.
What a description.
Like the multis is crazy. Supplied. Some people knew that I died. Murderers, homicides. People. Yeah, the little like multi-syllables in there with the rhyme schemes and the storytelling.
Right.
It's layered. Money, jewelry, living like a star, and I wasn't too far from a Jaguar car. In the small-time casino, the town's Al Pacino. For all the girls, a pretty boy Valentino. I shot up stores and I kicked down doors, collected scars from little neighborhoods, wars. Many legs I broke, many necks I choked, and if provoked, I let the pistol smoke. Loyal members in the crew now, down with the game, selling nickels and dimes in sunshine or rain. The rhymes are all almost perfect too. So when you do hear it rhyme, it lands so nicely.
Yes.
That's also another element.
He stays on beat, and not a lot of people do it as well as
Kool G Rap. Fast-paced beat. It's like it's almost like he thrives on a fast-paced beat. Like, that's another part. So I was bad from the shoes to my pad in my first time in my life, loaning money to dad. Now the tables turn and my lifestyle switches. My name's Kool G Rap, and I'm on the road to riches.
Setting up the chorus. The chorus.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just repeating the last bar that kind of knows, like, kind of lets everyone know that you're just gonna let the DJ scratch do his thing. But it's always dope because that means the DJ's dope too.
And the thing is too, Kool G Rap is a rapper's rapper. Like he's gonna rap his ass off.
Oh
like,
yeah.
They talked about the symphony, what he did with the Juice Crew. Like when he was on there, he took up the rest of the time. Like nobody else could even jump on it after he was on it, because he just kept going and going, and they had to like actually cut it down in order to fit other people on there. Like Big Daddy, he goes, I got to get Big Daddy Kane on this.
Right.
Like, I can't just have you take up
all the last 3 minutes of the beat.
But it's cool because he could be lyrical, but still feared.
Oh
you know, it's not like geeky lyrical. It's like. Like, damn, dude, you're lyrical, and I'm like,
dangerous.
I still revere you, like,
And he keeps it clean. We haven't had a cuss word.
No curses yet.
When he curseth on his verse, reminds me of his verse that he had it.
Don't curse.
Yeah, from Don't Curse.
Oh yeah, that's right.
A thug will mug for drugs. He eventually bugs, looking for crack on carpets and rugs. The squealers tell, but the dealer still sells. Little spoiled kids inheriting in oil wells. I was the type on the opposite side. So like the the biggest picture you could paint about just getting so rich of inheriting an oil well.
Yeah.
I was on the opposite side of smoking a pipe. In a beef, I got hype because rags to riches switches men's to witches become stitches.
I think it switches men to bitches, if I'm not mistaken, and then from there, snitches get stitches. So I think Genius has it wrong on here.
Man to witches become stitches, body bags and ditches, bloodshed. I painted the town red. People's fled as I put a dread's head to bed. That means dead. In other words, deceased. Face got erased. Bullets got released.
Look already the vivid imagery though of like it's getting gruesome right now.
Oh, yeah, he's walking you through it.
Yeah.
How'd he die? Face got erased. Bullets got released. That means face got blown off.
Who was there anybody even at that time going that hardcore right there?
Not that descriptive, no.
Because this is what
89.
89.
This is still golden era.
Like not even LL Cool J. Did he get like that gruesome?
No, he was in terms of this comparison squeaky clean, dude.
Run DMC. Did they get
bro? They wouldn't. They couldn't.
Big Daddy Kane.
Oh.
Not like this though. No. Not this. Not
he would talk about beating people up and stuff, but not
he wasn't talking about pistols flying.
Faith God of Wraith, bullets God.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna do necros. I gotta do Kool G Raps. Bombs were planted and kids kidnapped. In fact, this is a way to get back at enemies who try to clock G's on my block. Now they forever knock Z's.
Forever knock Z's.
Plans of rampages went for ages. Some got knocked and locked inside cages.
Wow.
Beautifully placed. I've always remembered that bar. I like cruising in San Andreas, just hearing that. I've always read, plans of rampages went for ages. Some got knocked and locked inside cages. Some bit the dust for crumbs and crusts. In God we trust, now rot to rust.
See, stuff like that. Poetic now.
Yes.
So now we're adding a whole other layer.
Yeah.
So
this is poet laureate.
There's multiple reasons on why he is revered so much and highly, and why he's relatable in so many different aspects of different MCs. Like,
there's different sides to him.
Yeah, he touches a little bit on all the stuff.
Yeah.
And great point right there. Kool G Rap, when talking about, his collaboration with Necro, and they asked him like, what led to this collaboration? He goes, well, it's another side of me. It's a part of me. There's a side to me that's this. But then there's other sides of me too. That's this other stuff. But like there is a side of me that's like this. And then, so to your point, he does have multiple different sides. That's dope.
Let me see. Ross to rust, bust caps to crops, policemen's drops. They blew off his top when the pistols went pop. Troopers, soldiers, rolling like boulders. Eyes of hate and their hearts get colder. Some young male put in jail. His lawyer's so good, his bail is on sale.
Damn.
Looking at the hourglass, how long can this power last? Longer than my song, but he already fell. He likes to eat hearty, party, beat like John Gotti, and drives a Maserati.
Damn.
Rough in the ghetto, but in jail he's jello. Mellow, yellow fellow, tell her hell, hello.
Damn,
Dr. Seuss, man, you got some rivals here. One court date could turn an outlaw to an inmate. The judge states, ship him upstate by the Great Lakes. And then wait. So he takes a wait and then puts and wait. Still makes it sound super long. And let's go back to that. And then wait until he breaks. That's all it takes. So he fakes to be a man, but he can't stand on his own 2 feet because now he's in a new land.
Yeah, talking about like the prison system, it's a whole different hierarchy. It's a whole different classism.
And you don't come out the same.
Yeah,
that's a tale for a different
You could be
day.
all hot out here. The minute you go into prison, you're nothing in there. Yeah.
Rules are different, and so is life. When you think about a shank, talk with a knife, not my lifestyle, so I made a U-turn. The more money I earn, more money to burn. Pushing all buttons, pulling all switches. My name is G Rap, and I'm on the road to the riches.
I like that though, because he's able to like give you also street wisdom as well.
Yes.
So it's like he knows what's going on. He's hip to it. He knows like, and the way he's able to interpret things, like, getting knocked and popped, like putting us in cages, like the
best, to me, the best street hip hop, like, yes, you could talk about the shooting, the selling the crack, the money you made and all of that.
Right.
But the consequence has to come too.
That
you know what I mean?
Real.
Like that's what makes it real. You got to talk the consequences. When you bring up the consequences, that's when it's like, okay, this is real, because these consequences are very, very real in these circumstances.
Peace to It's a Demo. That was an honorable mention of ours. That's a classic joint. Check that one out. Classic jam right there. It's a Demo. Then that's the one that landed them in with the Juice Crew and the collaboration with Marley Marl. It's funny the way he ended up meeting Polo was through Eric B.
Right.
Which is a crazy connection.
Another great DJ.
This rap cinematic universe of who.
And he's like, oh, yo, I know this DJ. He's looking for a guy.
Looking for an MC. I'm looking for a DJ.
Perfect match.
There you go.
And then DJ Polo happens to know Marley Marl. And then boom, Juice Crew happens, and then he's out of here after Symphony.
It's always crazy how those type of stories, like he said, the rap cinematic universe, like
DOS Effects just meets one day.
Oh yeah, just that one dad,
and from that moment on,
it's like even like still like a sidebar, but like when Tribe and Jungle Brothers were working together, and then all of a sudden they find out Africa's uncle is Red Alert, like. Or one of the Jungle Brothers, I forget which one. One of them is it's like, we're doing all this grinding and your uncle is Red Alert, really? Like we could have just took the freaking tape to him. The other one?
Wordsworth meets
Mos Def.
Mos Def's brother.
Yeah, Mos Def's brother by trading Nintendo tapes.
Yeah. Come on, man.
It's like, oh, you're Mos Def's brother. What the heck?
Even when Black Sheep.
They met in the streets of New York. They were like, yo, what are you up to? Let's record. Like,
all excited, and they just make the illest album. Illest album ever.
Engine number.
The RCU.
Yeah, that's
rap cinematic universe.
Yeah, that's so crazy, dude. We have to maybe expand a little bit on
that. Yeah, we'll have to do an episode on that.
Yeah. So that's we're moving on
6 degrees of separation.
We're moving on to the track Men at Work. I thought this track was another dope track of his. Really displays and showcases just the technicality that Kool G Rap comes in with, and it's like so authentic. It's raw. It's just him, and it's like it's crazy how somebody can just have the penmanship of a Shakespeare. Like the way he's going in. It's like, how did you get all this wisdom? Like, where did it come from? But it's just life.
Yeah,
life hits you and drops.
It's all in the details, man. I mean, he comes out the gate, he goes, deadly rhymes, here's the solution. Smoking so bad, I'ma cause pollution. With satisfaction, bad assassin, fatal attraction, chop you into improper fraction.
Improper fraction.
Ill insanity, kill like Amityville, horror as I wipe out humanity. Wow. Won't leave a path, a track, a trail, a trace. But when, see, even that track, trail, trace, the alliteration.
Oh yeah, the T's.
You know what I mean? The TRs.
Wiping humanity's Kool G Thanos.
Just
won't leave a path, a track, a trail, a trace. But when you're standing inside a mirror, you see my face, and now terrified. So don't ever try to shake or bake or flake, because it never fry. Let us together, sly as a fox, clever than ever. Silly ducks write rhymes with feathers. Really no needles are needed to inject this. Dope because I'm a death wish. Not even Bob Hopes. Rhymes are rugged. Man.
Not even Bob Hopes.
Man, like not even Bob Hopes. Crazy punchline. That's wild.
That's kind of funny too.
That's wild. Rhymes are rugged, soul flooded, cold blooded. You ain't better, you're butter, so just shut it. Here to perform, having to brainstorm, make a rain form. Hot rap groups run too deep, like the name warm. Putting heads to Betty Bye like Freddie, so get ready, cause I'ma get crazier than Crazy Eddie. I'm alone, but my tone is sharp tune, developing pictures in your brain like a dark room. Rappers are captured and tortured with rapture. In 3D, it's G coming at you.
Right here.
So real quick, Crazy Eddie was the East Coast iteration of remember this electronics dude, Crazy Gideon? I'm Crazy Gideon. I'll sell you Toshiba 42 for $22.99.
Okay.
He would like throw TVs off of the roof. I'm crazy.
I'm crazy. He's like
do you remember him? Do you remember Crazy Gideon?
No.
Like the commercials?
He's ripping his hair out and stuff.
So
there's a lot of parodies.
Yeah, so Crazy Eddie is the East Coast iteration of Crazy Gideon. Dog, I'm telling, I was surprised because you were out in LA a lot. No, Crazy Gideon was out in LA, but his commercials would come out to the IE.
Wow.
I'm Crazy Gideon, 20-inch Panasonic,
there's so
$3.99.
There's so many parodies of that though, like in just
so many,
pop
yeah.
culture.
It's crazy because honestly, I remember. I mean, when I was living in Houston, there was a version of that down there. I forget the guy's name, but yeah, he was a dude similar type thing.
I think even Rick and Morty had some sort of variation.
Oh yeah,
of that.
They did.
Yeah, something like that. But,
where the guy had doors. He was selling doors to nowhere.
Just buy one.
Yeah. Doors to nowhere.
Crazy.
That's tight.
Because I'm going to get crazier than Crazy Eddie. I'm alone, but my tone is a sharp tune. Developing pictures in your brain like a dark room. Raptures are captured and tortured with rapture. In 3D is a G coming at you. Words in my rap will surprise you like Cracker Jacks. You dig them like sugar smacks and bite them like Apple Jacks.
Let's stop right there.
Oh, 3. So we got to.
Not a lot of people are going to know about that Cracker Jack surprise.
Yeah, that's old school.
Now. Yeah, it's old school.
Yeah, that was old school. So you got a snack.
Prize in every box, baby.
You got a snack and 2 cereals back to back to back.
Yep.
Surprise you like Cracker Jacks. You dig them like sugar smacks and bite them like Apple Jacks. Brother, sister, Mrs. and Mister. My style is complicated, patterns like a twister. Foes, my shadow grows when I walk slow. Nerds are scared to be heard, so they talk low. See, that just the flow of this, like, it's just perfect. But I've been urging the drill in your brain like a surgeon. Rhyme so dope they're busting you up like a virgin. Damn. More competitors change to a challenger. You need to talk into a mic with a silencer.
I've never heard
using the mic as a weapon.
Crazy. My defeat is like Mission Impossible. My brain is unexplained, not illogical. Therefore, I'm passing bait to assassinate. Busting your ass so fat it'll fascinate. Pause. you try to duplicate the. Oh, hey, sorry. That was Kool G. That was wild. You try to duplicate to get up to date. Can't wait to be my pen pal or paper mate. The innovator with greater data, deeper than a crater. Oh shoot.
The innovator with greater data, deeper than a crater.
Like what? Just throwing these freaking patterns.
Just that's immense data. How immense? He scales it to the crater, and the craters that we know of is that big ass one in Arizona, and then the one the whole Yucatan Peninsula.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
They said the one in Yucatan was the one that killed off the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Earth's hard reset.
Oh man. Of course, Polo's the boss of a crossfader. The rage is on, my rhymes are airborne. Stage is torn to wreck my murder gears on. Moving ahead, never bled inside a bloodshed. Nothing is said, instead heads are dead. G Rap manager styles, taking all advantages. Putting sucker rappers in bandages. I got a plan so hot it'll tan. I might be cool, but I'm far from a fan. Letting you know how it is in showbiz. Give me your quiz and I'ma show you a G whiz. Bright as Einstein, brighter than sunshine. Rhymes will intoxicate like moonshine. Total disaster, the broadcaster, master, blaster. As the tempo goes faster. Stop!
Damn.
This is crazy.
It's a rapid fire, just
boom.
Yeah.
God, it's like throw the towel in. Blaster as the tempo goes faster. Sparks shoot out from the mic when I rhyme ignites. All type of words I write put in flight. Rappers evaporate to vapor. I drop science on paper and then build a skyscraper. When I die, scientists will preserve my brain. Donated to science to answer the unexplained.
At this point, he's out of here.
He's just gone. He's just gone.
This is cannabis level lyricism at this
early.
point.
Oh, yeah.
Early.
Or even Lupe Fiasco, like the part about talking about I'm building a skyscraper lyrically.
And this is in 89. Like, this is insane. When I die, scientists will preserve my brain. Donated to science to answer the unexplained. But as long as I inhale and exhale, I challenge the next female or the next male. When you hear in your ears, all appears to be clear. Consider my fair, because I share ideas that sticks to the mix. More tricks than the 666, so you better grab a crucifix. Whoa.
This guy was equal opportunity lyricism, male or female.
Male or female. It don't matter.
The next male, anybody.
Anybody. Wow, what a verse.
Yeah. Challenging anybody. That's that
energy,
anytime
man.
Equal opportunity lyricism.
And that's the thing. Anytime an MC goes into like bring the next challenger, it's gonna clear the room. Okay, like what? Cannabis does that. Like he'll go into that.
Who won it?
Yeah, this enemy, the MC
pun,
enemy,
big pun. Physically, metaphorically, physically, whatever. Like
hypothetically, realistically.
Yeah. So I love anytime an MC goes there, they approach this area of like, oh, this could be a dope moment.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
He delivers with it. It's crazy. He goes, female, male or female. That's crazy.
My ideas overload and the records I make explode in every zip code. Definitely death. The 5 fingers of death. Doc's the butcher, Polo's the chef, and I'm the waiter because I serve imitators who try to duplicate like an emulator. Try to get paid copying a name brand. If I was Gucci, then you would be Dapper Dan. Now hear the diaper. Because I'm a sniper. You want to get hyper? Prepare for hyperspace and just flow with the bass and fall into place just to keep up the pace. No time to waste. Just enter the place to see the entertainer. My rhymes keep me fresh like a container. Straight up, just simple and to the point, but effective. My rhyme keeps me fresh like a container.
It's a bar.
Some rappers said my rap is dead. Shake your head to my bass like a bass head. There'll be bloodshed in the meat shop for those who got beef get sliced into pork chops until your fork stops stabbing my rhymes from the latest and greatest of all times. Sleep while you knock Z's. I'm a clock G's. Freeze rap heroes below 0 degrees.
Man, stop it right there. Sleep while you knock Z's. I'm a clock G's. I'm gonna be working while you're asleep. Essentially.
Rhymes like these will seize enemies that want to be G like the BGs. That want to be G's like the BGs.
That's the second time he did that in his verse. Like he did, what was it?
He did that earlier.
He did
Bob Hope's.
Shake your head to, shake your head to my bass as like a bass head.
Oh yeah.
So he had it separate, then he put it together, then he go BG like the BGs. Like that's hard.
Not rated PG, we break necks like sex. Rated XXXX. Doc the Butcher is who I recommend. DJ Polo, let the record spin.
Verse 3, I love this verse a lot. I really love this verse because he starts going into describing that he's building something lyrically.
Yeah.
Construction put on paper. Listen, because I'm building a skyscraper. For a strong foundation of wheels of steel, not a reel-to-reel, but a real deal. Polo works the crossfader. He's the bricklayer. And the record player turns like the Himalaya. Doc the Butcher supplies the cement. And the rhymes I invent is the blueprint. While I'm using my mind to make a design, Polo puts up the men at work sign. Yeah, we still building, making a skeleton. One of the sucker MCs just fell again. Just imagine him falling off. Whoa! Falling off the skyscraper that they're trying to build.
Rush Hour 2? Oh, hell no.
Yeah, he ain't going to be in Rush Hour 3.
He ain't going to be in Rush Hour 3.
So take caution if you want to know the truth. I'm going to elevate you up to the roof. Listen to the sound. Don't dare look down because you're far from the ground. Now you're impressed because words I manifest take you more higher than Cess and Buddha bless. Ooh, hard as concrete. The building's complete. Yo, Marley Marl. Let's stop for the break beat.
That verse, he's starting the skyscraper, and at the end, he finishes it.
He completes it. Men at work.
Wow.
That's a dope one, man.
They working.
Yeah, that's a dope just metaphor.
I'm like G Rap in this prime.
Lyrically.
Wow.
Yeah. Props to G Rap.
Absolutely.
We move on to Truly Yours was honorable mention. I want to say he wrote this letter to an ex of his that basically kind of left him for this other guy. That other guy ends up going to jail.
Damn.
And he goes, "Oh, so how are you living now? I'm over here successful now, and you left me for that guy that went to jail. All you got of his pictures is the mugshot. Dissing, man, cold.
That came from a place.
Oh yeah.
And then he always ends every verse coming from truly yours, truly yours, like it's a letter written for him. Genius, man. It's crazy.
Great writer.
Yeah. Then we go into Cars. Talks about Cars, some of the things he loves. Trilogy of Terror was dope. She loves me not. That was an interesting one, Mark. I'm gonna stop there because I've been working on this track in the similar vein of what he's talking about. I didn't know he talked about this subject, and he did it. He ends up writing about the subject, basically that. He felt like a little bit hurt that this girl that he liked, kind of left him hanging. And the way he executed this track was probably identical to the way I was thinking about executing the track that I was writing.
Wow.
But I didn't end up going with that track, but I just thought it was interesting that he actually delivered a track kind of similar to that.
One you're working on.
Yeah, and that's a very tightrope, thing that you got to try to walk that line because it's hard to rap about such a subject like that.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a song.
It's vulnerable.
It's a vulnerable song, but
Very
you're yielding to the fact that the person that you broke up with won the breakup because you're still mentioning it. You're still giving it life.
Right. Who did another track like that?
I Need Love. Oh well, no. That's him. That's LL professing love. Yeah. There's
what was that artist?
Gangstar did one.
The one that goes the rain.
Oh, Murs
did one.
Oh yeah,
Murs did the rain.
It's very few though. There's some artists I think maybe future nowadays. I think maybe.
Will you be? I forget the song.
Drake for sure.
Cannabis.
A million of them.
Oh yeah. How many hasn't he made? But Cannabis made one about not even just about love, but the love of a family, because he even talks about the conception part of it.
Oh yeah,
where he's the actual the sperm going into being part of life.
Yeah.
I think he's like, "Will you be the one?" or something like that. I know, like
scientific.
How lyrical do you want? Yo, I'll start as a sperm.
Work my way all the way up from
Conception.
Work
Become an embryo.
Work from conception.
You want lyrical? Here you go.
Cool Cuts was a nice share between DJ Polo and himself. Rhymes I Express was also a very iconic beat. Then we come all the way down to Poison. Poison is a single. Poison playing off of the, what sample was it?
So BBD sampled this song. Yeah. So the first line was, "This is Poison." That Poison was sampled in BBD's Poison.
So it'd be fair to say that we wouldn't have gotten BBD's hit without the sample.
Period. It
would have been probably called something else.
Could have been something else. That one word became one of the biggest songs of the 90s.
So Kool G Rap's getting paid. That's piece to him because he's probably getting paper off.
He's
Poison.
Wait. Can you explain that again for me? Because I think I missed it.
Oh no. So Kool G Rap's Poison song predates BBD's Poison.
Oh, I didn't know
so when you hear Poison, that's Kool G Rap.
Right.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So he's probably, I'm 99% sure he's probably made more money off that song than anything he's ever put out.
I think that's why he's chilling.
Right. Because I can almost guarantee he's made more money off BBD song than anything he's ever put out.
That's nuts. I didn't know that.
That's the beauty of sampling. You know what I mean? So yeah, that song became a monster hit. All of one word and how he said it. His inflection of that word becomes this uber monster hit that's new every time it plays.
Man, that's kind of crazy.
Like
never trust a big button and smile.
Like anytime it play, I don't care where you are. That song come on, it's a new song.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like very few songs have that impact, and it's birthed off of.
It's just so smooth, hard hitting, like
a Kool G Rap word, not even a line, just one word.
Poison, and then they just mix it.
Yep,
that's all it takes.
That's it. That's all it was. So he just literally jumps out. This is Poison. So be alert and cautious. Those who are courageous, you will get nauseous, infected or contaminated. Turn on your stereo, never come radioactivated. Deadly and fatal, poison the title. My recital hits the parts that are vital. So tune in the tone of the beats and poems. Polo's headphones become skull and crossbones. Wow. Pull out
that poisonous.
Crazy.
Just hearing it, just
hearing it just affects you. Pull out your Q-tips, clean out the earwax. If you're still hard of hearing, I'm going to scrub them with Ajax.
Damn.
With maximum drums, so behave and remember, you're a slave to my sound wave. Faster rhymes, I mastermind, I have to find a new method time after time. Like, what?
Yeah.
The patterns. Faster rhymes, I mastermind, I have to find a new method time after time. Yes.
When he does it, it's like rapid. Like
it's literally rapid fire.
He's firing these off like really quick.
Write a rhyme quick when I pull out my big pen. Stick to an idea, the soundproof slick then. Put it on paper because I make you hyper than any other rapper because my rapping riper like cherries or some say berries, mandatory or the auditorium's glory. Here's the story. Rappers getting leery to hear me. G speaks a new technique of fury. Combination of drums and noise and yo, Polo. Yo, this is Poison. Crazy.
Poison.
That was insane.
First two lookalikes on the mic. You should get off. You're a rip off. I'm a rip off. A rip up. Get rip off.
That's a rip.
Yeah.
It's give me that neck. Put your neck over here.
Oh, that game is like the worst game ever. That's a rip.
The genesis of the rip game from Kool G Rap.
If you guys are,
Hey, that's a rip.
if you guys are like around our age,
I'm all
there was a
PTSD
time-
from the neck.
There was a time. There was a time. You say, and it probably, you can say whatever. It probably wasn't even done.
Hey, most of the jokes I said that I got ripped were fire.
Yeah, it probably was fire. Whatever you said.
But if they thought it was dumb,
yeah. If they for whatever reason thought it was dumb, and you hear the words "that's a rip" out of
Watch
the crowd,
out.
you have to surrender your neck.
Yeah. Surrender your neck. He's the judge, jury, and executioner.
That's for sure.
Yeah, the judge, jury, and executioner of your joke. If he didn't think it was funny, then that's a rip.
Yeah.
I decree that. That's a rip. I don't like it.
Like you were going into a guillotine or something.
Right, literally, yes. About to get decapitated.
Oh my god! From the people that brought you open chest.
Too funny.
Dude, give me your neck.
That's a rip.
Yeah.
Too funny.
And they always were behind you in class.
Oh, yeah,
like,
they had to be.
neck accessible, like
Yeah,
just
it's
rib
very
to neck
accessible.
accessible.
Oh man, they're never in front
Or
of you.
while they're saying it, they're probably ripping you on the verge of
Wow.
them saying
A
it.
pre-rip.
That's
They're
so
pre-ordering the
weird.
rip.
Like,
They're pre-ordering the rip.
Yeah,
Rip.
in real time.
Real-time rips.
Yes, a piece of the rip game.
Piece of
Please
the
don't
rip.
ever bring that back. If
Ever.
they brought that back,
All y'all new kids, please, I hope y'all don't bring it back.
can't even handle that. So you're a rip off. I'm a rip up. Get rid of because you bit off, bite off, ate off, imitate off. You see how hard that was for me to just
That's hard. Yeah, that was hard.
This dude's doing it like so fast.
That was hard to do.
So this verse in particular reminded me of Big Daddy Kane. Because I'm a rip-off. Get off.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
it reminds me of him so much. And it's like, dog, to be associated with Kane at this time is
Yes.
just us with
they
the tip
both
of the
in-
hat.
They both in the
Yes.
Juice Crew for a reason.
And like you mentioned, remember in the beginning of the intro, you talked about the 3 pillars, but many consider Kool G Rap as that 4th pillar. You know, that's that to be in that mention of these greats.
Yeah, lyrical forefathers.
Yeah, that's something right there. They get paid off for G Rap to get laid off, get up and sit up. The buttered and buttercup.
Yeah,
male
the butter,
and female,
the butter and butter cup.
shut them up. Polo, shut her up. Yo, you heard what she said, or you heard what he said? Shut the hell up, man. DJ Polo. And then is this continuation?
Yeah, still a second verse.
Yeah. Hide my line as you pick them up. Rob me blind of my rhymes as you might as well have said, stick them up. Letters of metaphor matters to better the fat of your pocket. When he spits this line right here, he gets hot. Better and fatter your pocket. Rhymes blast off like rockets. Rhymes will be replaced and beats erased in case a rapper tries to trace hardcore bass.
Wow.
I guarantee you, I am not doing this justice. You have to listen to it at this point.
Yeah.
It's the cadence is incredible. Made in a minute. The sky's the limit for reaching the goal and the dream. Wouldn't you want to be in it? To win it, biters are wanted like animals hunted. Soon as I get them, I hit them, I done it. To the suckers who fronted, the rappers who made it and did it, forget about winning the battle, because I'm going to shake, rattle, and roll a little something for girls and boys. And yo, Polo, my man, yo, this is poison.
A mind designed to find a rhyme that's right on time.
That's a whole that's one bar.
One step beyond and not behind the line that separates dogs from divine. Take it as
Still going.
caution or a warning sign.
Still going.
Whether antonyms, words, I'm blending them, homonyms, synonyms, good like M&Ms.
On.
With Polo, and while he's slicing, I'll turn the mic's last name into Tyson. My brain's like a factory, constantly creating material stitch by stitch for decoration.
That's crazy.
Lyrics are fabrics, beats is the lining. My passion in rhyming is fashion designing.
He's taking us on the Magic School Bus right now.
Take us on the lyrical school bus. Now it gets ordered because people want to sport it. You bought it. If you didn't then, you couldn't afford it. Poetry full of surprises. It's like a game show and my brain grows just like a rainbow. Rappers and poets, they already know it. G Rap is a terror, not an error. Never will I stop reaching for better. Whether wheels of steel or reel to reel, G Rap will make you feel the real deal.
That's the same thing he said in that other song.
Yeah, bringing it
He kind of brought
it's
back
simplistic rhymes brought all together to make something just way more complex than it is. It's beyond the simplicity at that point. Where let me just bring it back once. Whether wheels of steel or reel to reel, G Rap will make you feel the real deal. I usually rap hardcore and I know that y'all thinking I'm somehow semi. So we yell party and the girls and boys and remember Kool G Rap, Dr. Butcher and Polo is poison. That's why it's hard for me to find.
Nasty.
Yeah, the lyrics are freaking that toxic.
Can we?
They will literally burn your ears off.
I think by the example that we're given with the word poison being sampled by BBD, I think that's a good testament to Kool G Rap's delivery.
Oh yeah.
For him just saying one word,
That's it.
garners enough for them to be for BBD to be like, yo, let's bring that in. We'll make a joint called Poison.
That's
and
it.
now we're just shooting darts at this, but it's a testament to his delivery.
His delivery led to the sample that led to one of the biggest songs of the 90s.
Yeah.
That's just literally what that is.
Kool G Rap is at every wedding.
Yeah.
It's like Poison's a dope wedding.
Like I said, it's a new song every day.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy. I did not know that coming into this. So
Poison.
that was definitely a mind-blowing fact there you threw in my way. But I think overall, I'm glad that we covered this album because I just know how much of an influence this guy is. So many people, this is a lyricist right here. And we're talking about a guy who is in the same realm with KRS-One, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Kool G Rap. Like, this is one of those guys. Part of the
lyrical
crew,
forefathers.
Part of the Juice crew, a lyrical crew, worked with Marley Marl. Dude continues to drop albums to this day. Like, it wasn't so long ago that this dude still be dropping albums, making still his, when that track you said he did with Nas, that was a legendary, that was a legendary track at that time when he dropped that. And then I know he's probably done other works with other people who've looked up to him for sure. I know Wordsworth even talked about him on Champion Sounds. There was a track where he was able to feature on a track with Kool G Rap.
Heck, he was on the song "Don't Curse." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he was
right with Heavy D.
He was a standout on that record. You know what I mean?
That's true.
That's just how you can't really measure his influence.
Yeah, and then to also take into the sphere of gangsta rap or mafia rap, that even to be the guy that kind of laid down that blueprint unknowingly, just rapping about things that he was seeing, but yet
mafioso rap was not a thing yet.
Yeah, but then becomes the guy that who can we pinpoint this back? Who can we trace this back to?
It's him.
Only guy you can trace it back to now is Kool G Rap. And
before Jay was doing it, before Biggie was doing it, before Nas was doing it, Kool G Rap was first.
Painting pictures, storytelling. Oh, that's another thing. Storytelling.
Yes.
We're talking about one of the top storytellers, to do it. Kool G Rap's name has to be mentioned. I remember before I was mentioning Slick Rick a lot, but I came to understand that Kool G Rap needs to be in that conversation equally. I
mean, honestly, that's an episode.
Yeah.
Greatest storytellers, that's an episode.
That is.
You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure that is. So this album, we recommend it for you guys to check out. This one's definitely, an early pillar of a lot of sounds or a lot of music you hear today. So if you like guys like Wu-Tang, Nas, Jay-Z, Griselda, like if you like Biggie, like any of that kind of music, like then you'll probably enjoy the one who started kind of it. That's Kool G Rap. So check out this legend. Who continues to just showcase that lyrical master. It's a masterclass. That's the best way I can put it. of course, we're dropping albums again. We're dropping albums
every week. We're dropping albums
every week, like Russ. Nah, we're
albums and episodes.
We're dropping podcasts every Monday. You know this. Of course, we're on our own road to riches by trying to get to the mark of 2,000 followers. We're so close. We've noticed a little pickup there, but we do need your help. We can't do it without you. Of course, this show isn't just us. It's not just about us three talking about this. This is about the conversation that continues beyond us, which is in the comments, which is in, the shares, which is in the community, which is, we're doing this because we have a genuine passion for lyricism, for hip hop, for music. We want to keep this alive. We want to keep the tradition going. And it's very important that we get your support in doing that because, there's a lot of artists out here that don't get talked about, don't get mentioned. Not everybody could be on a Drink Champs. Not everybody's dissecting albums, hip hop albums specifically.
Right.
Or the ones that do, you have to buy it on Patreon. They don't freestyle off the top either. So I'm just saying.
No, they don't.
I'm just saying, peace to those who have been rocking with us. I think that's hip hop. Our ratio right now, it doesn't make sense. We have more viewers than we do subscribers on certain things. So just putting it on there. If you rock with us, please share. We need your support. It's very appreciated. And of course, recommend anything you want and we'll take interest into
straight up. The more support we're going to get, it's going to lead us to more notoriety, which will lead us to better interviews.
Yeah.
The better set. I mean, we'll eventually grow. Yeah. And the help with that, it comes from you guys as well. Dropping the like, sharing, dropping a like, commenting. It's all free. Yeah. We really don't ask for anything. We're going to remain nonprofit till we get profit. So just know we're going to still keep working on it. I mean, right now, if you subscribe, you got a tremendous backlog of album reviews, our tracks, interviews with several people, freestyle compilations. There's a lot for you to understand. And you know what? Like, we are here for it and we're going to keep continuing on the road to riches.
Come on.
Truly yours. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. We're just men at work, trying to give you the antidote to the poison of other hip hop podcasts, So to the MCs, if you drop a mic, drop that like.
Poison.
On the road to the riches.
We're going to get there too.